Hi, welcome to another episode of What the Heck Are We Building at Minnesota Implement. This here is a 5.5 foot plow for a John Deere utility tractor. This is kind of a hybrid of our normal product line of what we call the cross draw plow. So it's a very well built unit, but it's deliberately made a lot lighter than our normal product line for the skid steers, because this is intended for a 10 series John Deere. Which is a little 25 horsepower utility tractor, which only has, I believe, 26 or 28 horsepower and about a 800 pound total lift capacity. So we need to build a lightweight plow for those that's not going to overload the tractor. So we start out with our normal design of the cross draw framework here, which has all the same features as our large plow, including the tilting faceplate. So you just pull that pin, and then this mechanism allows free movement of the plow up and down separate of the machine. Now this one here was built for a machine that does not have auxiliary hydraulics. So what we do is build this manual link that goes in place of where the hydraulic cylinder normally would be. Now, the reason we do that is you may not have auxiliary now, but later on you may decide to upgrade to auxiliary hydraulics on your current machine, or you may trade in your machine for a different machine that has auxiliary. If you do that, you just need to contact us and get a cylinder and the valve and hydraulic setup to put in here and just add the hydraulics to this plow, rather than having to get a whole different plow just to accommodate it. Now, one of the other things you can do with this plow on a utility tractor that doesn't have auxiliary is go ahead and get the plow with the hydraulics on it, and then what you do is unplug your hydraulics under your running board. So if you've got the removable loader frame, you just put the plow onto the machine and then tip your bucket tip forward so that you're in the center of this travel on the faceplate. Then unplug your bucket tip and plug in the turn hydraulics for the plow, which will allow you to turn the plow. And it allows you full operation of the plow then, because this is floating. So you no longer need your bucket tip to accommodate its position. It's one way to allow you full use of the plow on a machine that may not have auxiliary. Now you can always also plumb into the rear hydraulics if you need to on that, but that's getting a little further than we normally do. Like I say, this is a manual turn link. This allows you, there's 5 holes in here, one of them being centered, and then there is a half turn in each direction. I'm on wheels here, so I'm kind of chasing myself. But there's a half turn position, and then there's a full turn position. So you just have to find the hole, which is easier with the plow on the machine rather than chasing it around the floor on wheels like I'm doing here. But there's a half turn and a full turn in each direction on this with the manual link in there. So it gives you real good control over your plow to get the snow moving where you want it to go. But like I say, this is a lightweight version of our normal product line. This is intended for small utility tractors. This particular one is for John Deere. So we've got the hook and pin set up. Now on John Deere, there are 2 different faceplates. On your 10 series, your 20 series, and your 30 series, most often it's got what we call a 14 3/8 plate, which has 14 3/8 inches from the inside of this hook to the top of the pin. On the larger tractors, the 4000, 5000, and 6000 series, that distance from the inside of the hook to the top of the pin is going to be 16 5/8. Now that's a general rule, so you can set that right on top of your pin and then look at the inside of the hook, and we're at 14 3/8 there. Now the tractors could be ordered with any faceplate on them. So just because the general rule says that a 10 series tractor is going to have this 14 3/8 faceplate, if the farmer ordered it with the larger faceplate because they already had, let's say, a 50 series tractor, they may order their smaller tractor with the 50 series plate on it. Or vice versa, we've seen 60 series tractors with this small plate on them. So you always want to measure your plate and make sure you get us those dimensions so we build the proper faceplate for you. Now, if you've got both styles machined, the smaller one and the larger one, these can be built with a dual pin mount setup to accommodate both of them. So that's one of the advantages of being a smaller shop, is we can accommodate your needs. We can custom build this unit to fit you. We also have built small plows for dingoes, for little ASV machines. We're actually building one for a ATV. It's not what we normally do, but it's one of the advantages of being a smaller shop, is we can custom build for your needs. We're Minnesota Implement. Please feel free to check out our website at minnesotaimplement.com. Thank you for watching.